this is the rival grind here. This is where numbers typically go out the window.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at kind of Iowa's style again, they don't beat themselves, powerful up front. They execute well. They know what they do. They stick to that. So I really think what Nebraska is going to have to do, with their D line, I think, last year we saw Iowa give up a little bit more explosive plays. So that does open up that part of the field too, and that could set us up, at an advantage up front if we're able to attack deeper in the field than usual. But zone style running here, getting a running back in as extra blocker, tight ends are going to be, I think, very, very important here, trying to kind of wall guys off. But again, this has got to be execution to a T and zero turnover mentality, just like the previous week, especially in the last game of the season. Home game, though. So emotion could play a factor in this.
I think Iowa's offensive line has progressively got worse year over year. They had, I think, one, if not two, first-team all-conference players on that offensive line last year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because they get the benefit of the doubt of who they are and their tradition on the offensive line. But make no mistake about it, their offensive line sucks. Nebraska dominated them for 59 minutes and 59 seconds in that game on our defensive line to their offensive line. They're terrible. They win because they just wait for you to screw up because they know something eventually is going to happen.
Yep.
And all the credit goes to Iowa because they know their model. They stick to it. They don't change who they are. They know they're going to have a shitty offense and a really good defense and really good special teams, and they're okay with beating you that way. That's Kirk Ferentz to a T.
Now, one thing I will say, though, their quarterback play did not help their O-line.
Yeah, the new quarterback they got is even worse. He sucks too. He wouldn't be third string on Nebraska.
So I'm not counting their O-line out completely, but to your point, they have been statistically worse. I think last year was supposed to be the year that the group had kind of matured, improve execution and stuff like that. So, but position shuffles happen along the way as well. So unit consistency, we'll see how they kind of do that. But again, it hasn't been improving, that's for sure. Now they do have a new quarterback. We'll see. That remains to be seen. Again, I'm not going to give Iowa the benefit of the doubt on a quarterback until we kind of are able to see him on the field. But I think Iowa has a very specific style with their quarterbacks, and it's never something that's exceptional that you have to worry about. You never have to worry about the quarterback beating you with Iowa. You have to worry about Iowa beating you. That's the best way I can think to put it.
Yeah.
Like some teams you have to worry about the quarterback. You have to worry about Iowa,
Yeah.
Like
that Nebraska game last year was the perfect example of that. Their quarterback was absolute trash. He wouldn't start on most high school teams probably at high level. I mean, he was freaking awful.
Yep.
And they still beat you.
Yeah.
And that's why, as much as I hate Iowa, I always give them credit because they know who they are. And they're okay with that.
Yeah, that's why I kind of settled on the zero turnover mentality is what we have to have, because if we don't turn the ball over, we'll have the edge.
Yeah, that game alone, we had a fumbled, non-muffed punt, but it was technically muffed that they recovered, which scored them 3 points, and then they forced a fumble.
Yep.
Won them the game.
Yep. Yeah, and again, I just think being able to attack that defense explosive deep now really hurts.
Yeah, I feel like their corners have gotten worse.
Yeah, their cornerback play has gotten worse. It's like especially at the safety position, because again they weren't supposed to be as weak in the safeties last year, but going to season prior, the only way we beat them over the top was actually a mistake by their defense. And then last year there was multiple opportunities that we had over the top. I mean, multiple. That I'm telling you, that one game is just because the previous year in Lincoln is because that safety, was cheating down because we couldn't throw the ball. He was cheating down. got a little overly aggressive and got beat over the top. And that was only because that safety was kind of cheating down. And then, like, again, last year, we just missed so many open passes. So that defense can definitely be exploited deep. And I think it's going to take a lot of pressure off our O-line.
Absolutely, 100%.
One question for you, gentlemen. How do these Aussie guys do in the winter since they don't get much experience practicing it? I guess we'll find out. But to be honest, cold versus warm, I mean, honestly, when you're an athlete, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It may matter, when it comes to crunch time, and I'm talking like, the grind of a season, I'm talking like late season, stuff like that. But I don't think it's just the cold that does it. I think it's the grind plus the cold, but I think that happens to everybody.
Yeah.
So
he'll be all right.
We talk about that a lot, and I don't think it affects athletes as much as we think.
No, I mean, they played in freaking negative 10-degree weather in Green Bay like twice a year.
And a lot of those guys aren't from the Midwest. So
yeah.
Doesn't sound like our D-line is too great. Mike, do you not pay attention to the shows?
I think it's pretty common that Rule thinks they're going to be a lot better than we do.
I mean, Riley Van Poppel just got a single digit. The games are all won by the lines. It's frustrating. Nebraska used to have the big O and D lines, not anymore. Well, nowadays you don't want to have the big O and D lines. You want to have the athletic, strong O and D lines.
Mm-hmm.
And Otto, hope our D line takes leaps in practice. Sounds like they got pushed around Saturday. Y'all got it. Y'all take everything negative and just blow it up. This is why they don't like talking about it.
It's going to be ups and downs. Like, that's okay.
It's each unit's going to win. A different unit's going to win in practice. That is part, because again, we're talking about practice. They're practicing against another unit. Okay, that unit's strong one day, the other unit's. It's like that's the ebbs and flows. It's like sparring, man. I go in there and spar. Some days I win, some days I lose, bro. It's just part of the nature of the beast. But that's how you get better. You make mistakes and you learn from them. Line needs to be big and fast. That's what I just said. That they need to be strong and fast. They don't need to necessarily be big as long as you got the strength.
They were big under Frost, and they were not very good.
If you're athletic and strong, you're going to be fine. So I just joined behind, but you should know Mitch is the one who asked the question. Yes. Really hope our D-line improves even to an average unit. What? Mike.
That's insinuating they're a below average unit.
Mike, did somebody hack your account? What is going on? I feel like you forgot all your football knowledge. Only travel fatigue. I worry about Penn State Saturday, then back for Iowa Friday. Iowa's QB looks like trash or had an off day. Mike's just finding every negative.
Isn't that Minnesota game on a Thursday?
That sounds a very Minnesota-y gamey. Minnesota-y gamey to be a Thursday.
I gotta look it up because
you
if
do.
That's the
We
case,
appreciate
Nebraska
that,
plays
Mike.
Saturday.
We appreciate
At
you.
Maryland.
How do you guys feel about Iowa's QB? I think he'll be an improvement, but I don't think he'll be that big of an improvement.
He sucks.
There's also that. Minnesota's on a Friday.
Oh, okay. Well,
Right.
okay. So it's the same thing as Penn State and Iowa then.
Yep.
Same turnaround. Because Minnesota will be a Friday night game. In fact, it'll be later. It'll be probably 7:30 kick.
Well, my mic says it's a Saturday game. Does anybody know?
No, I'm looking right here. It's October 17th. My daughter's birthday is the 18th, which I knew was a Saturday. So I was debating on taking it.
Friday, cool. Awesome. Glad we got that situated. But anything else, Brian? It is we had reached our hour. Is there anything else before we go to wrap up the show?
I wish people talked about me like they talk about Archie Wilson, man. Man, that guy is special. He truly is what Coach Rule said the other day. And then today, Coach Eck was loving on him. And that makes me feel good about our punting unit. That's the last thing I wanted to add. Just
Absolutely.
They are really blowing this kid up. And I hope he's as good as they say he is, because Coach Eckler's words today were he is going to be a damned weapon for Nebraska.
I think if Eckler's saying that publicly, I think you got a damn weapon on your team.
Yeah.
He knows a thing or two.
About a thing or two.
Because he's seen a thing or two. I don't know if that's how it actually goes. But
that is.